The sun bled orange across the Arizona badlands. Dust devils spun like restless ghosts. Jack Harlan, 34, broad-shouldered, sun-creased, rode his paint mare along the cracked riverbed that once fed Three Forks Ranch. His Stetson shadowed eyes the color of storm clouds. 3 years widowed, he spoke more to cattle than people. A faint splash echoed upstream. Jack nudged the mare forward. Around the bend lay Widow's Lake, spring-fed, hidden by cottonwoods. He heard a woman's voice, desperate, musical, foreign to his ears. He dismounted, boots crunching. Through the reeds he saw her, waist-deep in jade water, long black hair plastered to bronze shoulders, arms crossed over her chest. A single eagle feather floated beside her like a surrender flag. "Please," she called in accented English. "They took my clothes, rancher. Please help me." Jack's heart punched his ribs. He had not felt that jolt since Sarah died. Jack unbuttoned his spare work shirt, faded blue, still warm from his saddlebag. He turned his back, eyes on the horizon. "Ma'am, I ain't looking. Toss this on when you're ready." Fabric rustled. Bare feet slapped wet stone. She emerged, wrapped in the oversized shirt, sleeves past her fingertips, hem brushing her thighs. The eagle feather was now tucked behind her ear. "I am Nizhoni," she said, chin high. "Daughter of Chief Teshi of the White Mountain Apache. 3 men, your men, stole my dress, my moccasins, my medicine pouch. They laughed and rode east." Jack's jaw tightened. "My hands don't steal from women, but the bar Embrand's been rustling my calves and burning my fences. Sounds like their work." He offered his canteen. Their fingers brushed. Static sparked. Her dark eyes studied him. "You are not like the others, rancher. Jack Harlan. And you're a long way from the reservation. I was gathering willow for baskets when they came." She drank, throat moving gracefully. "I cannot walk home like this." Jack swallowed. "I'll get you safe, that's a promise." Jack lifted Nizhoni onto the mare's saddle, then swung up behind her. His arms caged her without touching. The shirt rode high on her thighs. She smelled of lake water and sage. The ranch appeared at dusk. Whitewashed adobe, corrals, windmill creaking. Cookie, the grizzled cook, gawked from the porch. "Evenin', boss. Brought company?" "Guest room, clean sheets, hot water," Jack ordered. "And burn my old denim shirt, the one with the tear. Cut it down for trousers." Nizhoni's lips twitched. "You would ruin a shirt for me?" "Rather ruin a shirt than your dignity." Inside the bunkhouse kitchen, lamplight painted gold on her cheekbones. Cookie served venison stew. Nizhoni ate daintily, watching Jack over the rim of her tin cup. Every glance felt like a secret. Later, Jack knocked on the guest room door with folded clothes. His altered shirt now trousers, a soft flannel nightshirt. She opened the door a crack. "Thank you, Jack Harlan." Her voice dropped. "Tomorrow I must find my pouch. It holds my grandmother's turquoise. Without it, I am only half a woman." He nodded, throat dry. "I'll ride with you at first light." They followed hoofprints east across Red Rock. Jack read the signs like scripture. 3 riders, 1 horse shod backward to confuse trackers, bar M trick. Nizhoni knelt, fingers brushing disturbed soil. They camped here. She lifted a scrap of calico, her stolen dress torn for bandages. Her eyes flashed fury. Jack's hand settled on her shoulder. "We'll get it back." By noon they reached a box canyon. Smoke curled from a hidden fire. Jack signaled silence. They tethered the mare, crept forward on foot. 3 men lounged around coffee, passing a flask. Nizhoni's deerskin dress lay crumpled beside saddlebags. Her medicine pouch dangled from a saddle horn, turquoise glinting. Jack's Colt cleared leather. "Afternoon, boys." The outlaws scrambled. Guns blazed. Jack fired twice, warning shots into dirt. Nizhoni darted like a shadow, snatched her pouch and rolled behind a boulder. The leader, a scar-lipped man named Pike, sneered. "Harlan always playing hero for squaws?" Jack's voice was winter. "Apologize. Then ride out, or I bury you here." Pike lunged. Jack's fist met jaw. Bone cracked. The other 2 fled, horses thundering. Pike spat blood, mounted and vanished in dust. Nizhoni emerged, clutching the pouch to her heart. "You fought for me. Couldn't let them keep what's yours." His knuckles bled. She tore a strip from the ruined dress, bound his hand. Their faces were inches apart. Breath mingled. They rode deeper into Apache land to a secret spring Nizhoni knew. Turquoise pool ringed by willows. She insisted on washing Jack's wounds. Apache medicine, she murmured, grinding herbs between stones. The paste stung, then cooled. Her fingertips traced the scar on his ribs, Sarah's bullet graze from a Comanchero raid. You carry many ghosts, she said. Lost my wife to fever. Ranch is all I got left. Nizhoni's eyes softened. Land does not love back. People do. She pressed the poultice, then her palm over his heart. It beat like a war drum. Jack caught her wrist. Nizhoni, your people and mine, we're oil and water. Oil feeds the lamp. Water keeps it from burning the house. She smiled, small and brave. He released her, afraid of the fire. They sat in silence as dragonflies skimmed the pool. When she leaned her head on his shoulder, he did not move away. Dusk painted the canyon rose. Jack built a small fire. Nizhoni sang an Apache lullaby, voice like wind through cottonwood. Jack's eyes never left her face. Chief Teshi's wickiup smelled of cedar smoke. The old man's braids were silver, his gaze sharp as obsidian. Jack stood hat in hand while Nizhoni translated. White rancher brings my daughter home half-dressed, Teshi rumbled. Yet she speaks of honor. Jack met the chief's eyes. Your daughter's honor is untouched, sir. I protected her with my life. I ask permission to court her if she'll have me. Gasps rippled. Nizhoni's cheeks flushed. Teshi studied Jack long. Apache and White have spilled blood for generations. You would spill yours for peace? I already did. Jack rolled up his sleeve, revealing the fresh bandage. The council debated in rapid Apache. Finally, Teshi nodded. One moon. Live among us. Work the land. If my people accept you, and if Nizhoni's heart chooses, I bless the union. Nizhoni's eyes shone. Jack exhaled like a man reprieved from hanging. That night the tribe feasted. Roast mutton, fry bread, mezcal. Jack danced the Apache circle, clumsy but earnest. Nizhoni's laughter rang like bells. When she took his hand to teach him steps, the firelight turned her smile to gold. Word spread. Harlan was gone Injun. Pike and the Bar M riders torched Jack's hay barn at midnight. Flames licked the sky. Cattle bawled in panic. Jack and Nizhoni galloped from the reservation. He carried his Winchester. She, a bow her brother lent. They cut the raiders off at the dry wash. Last chance, Pike, Jack shouted over crackling fire. Pike fired. Bullet grazed Jack's hat. Nizhoni's arrow pinned Pike's sleeve to a post. The raiders froze. Sheriff arrived with posse, too late to stop the blaze, in time to arrest Pike for arson. Jack's ranch hands cheered their boss, ashamed they'd doubted him. As dawn smoldered over blackened beams, Nizhoni pressed her forehead to Jack's. We rebuild together. He kissed her knuckles, soot and all. Together. One moon became two. Jack learned to weave willow baskets, grind corn, speak halting Apache. Nizhoni branded calves, rode fence lines, outshot every hand with a 22 nights. They walked the rebuilt corral under stars. Jack carved a tiny horse from mesquite. Nizhoni beaded a bracelet of turquoise and silver, his ranch brand woven in. One evening, windmill groaning softly, Jack knelt. Nizhoni Teshi, I ain't got much but a half-burned ranch and a heart that's been yours since the lake. Marry me? She traced the new scar on his cheek. Yes, Jack Harlan. But only if we marry twice, Apache way under the cottonwoods and White way in your chapel, so both worlds witness. He kissed her then, slow, reverent, tasting smoke and promise. The kiss deepened. Her fingers tangled in his hair. They broke apart breathless, foreheads touching, knowing the night was theirs, but not yet. First ceremony, dawn beneath ancient cottonwoods. Nizhoni in white deerskin embroidered with blue quills. Jack in clean buckskin vest. Chief Teshi bound their wrists with red cord while medicine woman sang. Eagle feathers crowned them both. Second ceremony, noon in the little ranch chapel Sarah had loved. Nizhoni wore her mother's lace veil over Apache silver. Jack in black suit, Stetson hung on the pew. Cookie gave the bride away, sniffling into his bandana. The preacher's voice cracked, pronouncing them husband and wife. At the reception, Apache drums met cowboy fiddles. Nizhoni danced with Jack's foreman. Jack spun Teshi's wife. Laughter bridged centuries of blood. Night fell. Lanterns swung from cottonwoods. Jack carried Nizhoni over the threshold of the new cabin, rebuilt bigger with a cradle already carved by the door. 6 months married. Winter wind howled. Jack wanted to sell reservation-adjacent grazing land to expand the herd. Nizhoni feared it would choke Apache water rights. Words sharpened. Jack stormed to the bunkhouse. Nizhoni rode to the lake alone. Midnight. Jack found her there, wrapped in his old blue shirt, skipping stones. "Ice rimmed the pool. I was wrong," he said, voice raw. "Land ain't worth your tears." She faced him, eyes fierce then softening. "And I forgot your cattle feed our table. We decide together or not at all." He pulled her into his coat. Together. Snow began to fall. They kissed like the first time, hungry, forgiving, snowflakes melting on their lashes. Spring again. Nizhoni's labor came with thunderstorm. Apache women boiled water. Jack paced the porch, lightning forking overhead. At 3:17 a.m., a cry, strong, indignant. The midwife emerged. A son. Black hair, your wife's eyes, your stubborn chin. Jack entered on shaking legs. Nizhoni, exhausted, radiant, cradled the bundle. "His name is Jack Harlan Teshi. Baron Apache, strength in both worlds." Jack touched the tiny fist that clutched his finger. Tears fell unchecked. "Hey, little bear." Outside, rain stopped. Stars blazed. The ranch dogs howled harmony. Coda's first birthday. Jack carried a picnic basket. Nizhoni, their son, on her hip. They spread a blanket by Widow's Lake, now called Harmony Lake by ranch hands. Coda toddled to the water, squealing at minnows. Jack scooped him up, swung him high. Nizhoni laughed, hair loose in the breeze. Jack set the boy down, pulled Nizhoni close. "Remember the day you stole my shirt? You gave it freely." She traced his wedding ring, turquoise set in silver. "Best theft of my life." He kissed her, slow and sure, as Coda splashed at their feet. Dragonflies danced. The eagle feather Nizhoni still wore fluttered. Jack whispered against her lips, "I'd give you every shirt I own, every dawn, every star, just to keep you crying my name in joy, not fear." She answered with a kiss that promised forever. The camera, or our mind's eye, pulls back. Family of three silhouetted against shimmering water. Cottonwoods whispering. Sun setting gold over a ranch reborn in love.